Guess what, guys? We are gonna move. Are we moving?
Well, we're always moving.
No, really, moving to another state, right?
Actually, we are.
Hey guys, guess what? We are moving, right? We're moving.
Well, we're always moving.
No, really, we're moving.
No, not really. We'll be in the same locations as always.
Okay, wait, you were doing a video Zoom call with someone on the computer, obviously, the other day. A notary.
Yeah.
A legal notary via Zoom. And what was that about?
So to explain, most people that are, or I shouldn't say, people that are in RVs and full-time travel, they don't have a house. So they don't have an address, so they don't have a residency in a state. So many times they'll use their parents' address or sister or brother's address and just get their mail there, which is totally legal, totally fine. That's what you can do. But when you have income that's coming from, let's say, a pension or whatever, and you're in a state that taxes heavily, like California maybe, I don't even know exactly, but like Wisconsin has, I think, 6% tax or whatever. Well, then what you do is you don't live there anyway, so you try and switch that to another state. So, go ahead.
Right. I was going to say, we don't actually live in Wisconsin, so we need to come up with a state.
Well, and the main reason we've kept Wisconsin all this time is we own properties in Wisconsin. So we're going to have to pay taxes on those properties and the rental properties anyway. So we have to file a tax return in Wisconsin. So that'll be our residency, or what they call domicile. So basically where you consider home, I guess.
So why did we switch to South Dakota, or why am I moving to South Dakota?
Well, so there's 3 states that are friendly to RVers that are full-time, and one of those being South Dakota, one being Texas, and one being Florida. And this is not an instruction video. You can find tons of information out there. So this is just to tell you what we're doing.
Us telling you what we're doing.
Yeah, because there's so much information out there. But anyway, in Florida, the disadvantage, they have high car insurance, so that's a problem, potentially a problem. Texas, you have to have your vehicle inspected once a year, which then creates a little bit of a problem. Because we haven't been in Texas for a few years or whatever, and we don't want to go back just for that, which, we can do, whatever. But South Dakota, you do not have to. So you need to go to South Dakota for one day, in a hotel, in a campground, and then you have to set up a mail service and a couple other things.
Okay.
And then you can end up with a driver's license. You can register your cars in South Dakota. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use South Dakota and get their license plates on our vehicles.
Okay. That makes sense, because we hear this conversation often amongst many RVers, van lifers, what have you. People ask us, well, what's your domicile? And vice versa. And people share these tips all the time on what they're doing and where they're living.
Well, the good news is a lot of our friends that are on the road are from South Dakota.
Yeah.
And they're not from South Dakota, but they have license plates and driver's license from South Dakota. So we are going to be their neighbors, which is great, because that's our community now. And that's who we'll share residency with. Some are in Texas, though, and a few in Florida. But I think a lot of them are from South Dakota that we're friends with. But, so if you go to their DMV site, it actually has on there, if you are a full-time RVer, click on this. So they have their laws set up for us. And there's no income tax in South Dakota, so that's why people do it. Is they are friendly to RVers. They make it easy for you to set up. You have to go back, I think, and again, check all this out online for yourself. But I think every 5 years to renew your driver's license, and I think you can do it online once, so it might be every 10 years. But
Okay.
but whatever. It's really South Dakota wants you to be there. They want you to register your vehicles there. Because they make money on that stuff. They get money from having people do this.
Yeah.
So if we decide to sell any of the properties, whatever, we'll have a different income stream that we can then use the South Dakota address. And we will. So everything will change over. We'll change the boat over, all the vehicles, and then the new Springer will be registered out of South Dakota. And then anything else, we'll set up banking relationships there. And be pretty simple.
The other cool thing that I thought, and I should know that this is available now because of the times, is you can have an online notary, a Zoom, face-to-face Zoom call that witnesses you are who you're saying you are via your driver's license, and they sign off of it and you sign off it right on Zoom. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a perfect world now as far as the online, the tech
We don't have
stuff.
to drive anywhere. We don't have to find one at a bank, find one locally. I mean, it's online.
Yeah, and so when we set up the mail service, you have to submit a form to the post office, which is, I think, a 1583, which then allows this company to get your mail for you. In order to do that, you have to have a notarized document. And so instead of going to the bank, which if we were, back in where our banking stuff is, even though you can go to like a Wells Fargo, they'll do it for free. But anyway, you can do it for $25 like that. We're done just through a Zoom call. And it was really slick, very slick. And then you're done. So the setup was super fast.
Yeah. Well, I hope you found this information somewhat helpful, but like Bob said, there's a ton of information out there on what he is doing, and I'm giving him all the credit because I don't do any of that. I'm so thankful for his willingness, his business mind, him, investing in our future and doing everything correctly.
But the purpose of the video really is not necessarily to help you.
No.
It's for the people that don't realize it's out there.
That too.
Even people that are like,
That too.
we don't travel full time.
Yes.
No, it's just, to me, it's always interesting. It's like, yeah, how do you do that? Or
Yeah.
So it's more from an interest standpoint
Right.
video than a
Because we
help
do
for
get
sure.
all of those questions.
Because there's just so much information out there on domiciling, because many RVers that put it out there, and I don't even know all the ins and outs. It's just South Dakota seemed like the best one for us, but it's more of an interest. It's like, yeah, how do you do that? And then if you see people with South Dakota licenses down in Arizona or Florida or Texas or wherever,
They may not be from there.
they're probably not from South Dakota. Yeah. So especially if it's on their RV, they're probably not from South Dakota. So.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm so glad we're not moving again, even though we move constantly. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave your comments below. Again, we love responding to your comments, and we will see you on the next video.
Thank you for using Notarize. And once you hang up with me, you're going to get an email. Just click on the link inside the email, and it's going to give you access back to your document and your form of payment.
Sounds good. Thanks for your help again.
All right. Yeah, thank you. And you have a beautiful, blessed week.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.